I had seen a quote on Instagram a few months ago that went something along the lines of keep going, keep striving, or keep being righteous, keep doing the right thing, because you never know who you might be inspiring. And that never really resonated with me. I mean, I saved it to my Instagram post, but it never truly resonated with me until a couple weeks ago or I guess it was a few days ago at this point, maybe a week ago, when a few of my friends had come up to me after not seeing me for a while and said they really appreciated my Instagram posts over the course of the fall semester. And I guess I just never sort of realized the impact just displaying my thoughts out into the world could have until I got that outside feedback of the post that I had been sharing. And that's not to say that I've had some sort of profound impact on everybody's lives, because I'm sure I haven't, but getting those small tokens of recognition from people that I care about is something that I cherish deeply. And I never really realized that until I actually had gotten that recognition. And this can sort of delve into a whole topic of doing things not for yourself, but for things outside of yourself or people outside of yourself. And on that topic, I could totally go into a rant about generational thinking and being righteous and doing the right things, not for yourself. If you can't find the motivation for doing it for yourself, then doing it for your future generations, your future kids, your future spouse. But this conversation can totally go to do it for the people around you who are influenced by you, right? Now, of course, like everybody who I'm surrounded by, I'm influenced by that person. Like, I'm not just going to sit here and say, oh, my friends are influenced by my actions, I mean, I think they are, but the same goes both ways. I'm completely influenced by their actions and their thoughts and their behaviors. Maybe not their thoughts, but their thoughts become their behaviors. So I suppose I can be influenced by their thoughts as well, sort of indirectly. But everybody's heard the quote, you become the product of the 5 people you surround yourself the most. So influence is a big thing. And I'd never sort of thought about how the things that I do affect other people. I'd always thought about it from the other way, though. What are some things that other people do that affect me? Who are the people that I sort of surround myself around, and how do they carry themselves, and how do they lead their lives? But I never thought about it in the reverse direction, which I think is even more powerful, because then you're actually putting yourself through the ringer. You're putting yourself under the fire, under the telescope, and reverse engineering what you're doing. I don't think I used the word reverse engineering correctly there, or the phrase reverse engineering correctly there, but we'll move past that. You're sort of dissecting your behaviors, your thoughts, to see if you have a good influence on other people. A lot of the times it's not about, well, a lot of the times it is about who you surround yourself around and the influence that they have on you. But I think the main point of all that is to become the sort of person that you would want to be surrounded by, which would mean that you need to be heavily aware and cognizant of how you're influencing other people. And I don't necessarily know where I'm going with this topic specifically, but it did come up when it did sort of come up when I had gotten those remarks, those comments about my Instagram post, and I don't know, it felt good. It felt good to know that I had a positive influence on somebody that I'm close to, somebody that I appreciate in my life. So yeah. I think for the time being, rather than thinking about how other people influence me, which I think is obviously still very important. It's one of the most important things that you could do in your life. Be very cognizant of the fact of who you surround yourself around. But I think going forward, I'm also going to be cognizant of the influence that I have on other people as I'm starting to I guess I started building my brand a little while ago. I just haven't been as consistent with it. But, as I'm starting to try and build my brand and for the sake of my future endeavors, I want to be cognizant of the fact of how I'm influencing other people and how I portray myself. How I portray myself to other people and how I portray myself to myself. I guess I can't really portray myself any way to myself than I am. Okay, I'm saying myself too many times. And at this point, I'm just rambling. But you get the idea. Check how you influence other people. Don't just focus on how other people influence you. I'll catch you in the next one.